Hey guys, Jacob Howard here from FPV Unlocked, and today I want to look at how you can start pre-planning your FPV flights or your drone flights before you head out. So first off, we're going to come here to airmap.com. I'm going to click Plan a Flight, and this will give me a map of whatever area I want to go to. Like for example, right now it's like Provo area, and it'll show me what areas are not a good idea to fly in or are illegal to fly in. So for example, if I move in on Provo here, so you can see that there's this big blue circle because there's an airport right here. But on the top right here, I can click Flight Advisories and I can see what the issues are. So number one in this area, we have BYU, so that's a university. And then we have controlled airspace. So this tells us Provo Class D airspace requires FAA authorization, automated authorization available at or below 200 feet. And it gives me a bunch of different options here where I can look at and see what's going on here. So you can see right here at 0 feet, it's not happening. It's going to require only FAA authorization to fly in this area where it's 0 feet. But if I go over here to like the 100 foot, you can get automated authorization available at or below 100 feet. And then the further out, like, you can go all the way to 400 feet right here or here. So you get a ton of different information here that you can click on these different spots. If, for example, I wanted to go up here and fly over here, I would have to click on this and I can see like what's going on with the different area. So this is a wilderness area, and I can actually click on this link right down here and it'll open up their website so you can see more information about it and like rules and regulations. You can actually see what are the rules and regulations about drones, if they don't have any or whatever it is. But that's just really useful that they give you that information. But in all these different areas, I can zoom in on this green area here, click it. It's a Utah Valley Aero Modelers. And it's actually an AMA field, so it's showing as green, so that's a place that you can definitely go fly in because it's an AMA field. But let's say, for example, we went down here to California. You'll see it starts getting real messy once you get in California. Like you got these little blue areas even right here. Special use airspace, Pacific Gas and Electric. It's a nuclear power plant, so you can't fly over there. It'll give you a lot more information on that special use airspace. This is all special use airspace outside of the LA coast because of military. Also, it would show if we had, for example, a fire. I'm filming this in March, so there's not a whole lot of fires going on right now. But it would show if there was a fire in the area, so you could specifically look for that. But yeah, this is a good way to plan your flight beforehand to make sure it is an area you can fly in. Because the worst thing to do, especially with like some of these drones that have restricted geofencing and stuff like that, you don't want to have to go all the way to a location and you can't even take off. So this is a really good resource right here to be able to tell where you can and can't fly or if you need authorization to fly. So I would strongly recommend doing this if you're going to a new area that you haven't flown before to make sure you know the rules and regulations for that area so that we aren't causing any issues to people. Another thing obviously you want to look at is like weather. You want to make sure that it's not going to be like super rainy or snowy or any other kind of issue you might run into. For example, if I'm right here, it says it's 43 degrees there and it's raining, which is true. Another one just came up, emergency, first responder emergency active, but it's telling me that there's a actual emergency going on and that I need to stay away from that area. This is another interesting one. So there's a company called Fordham that does drone testing in Pleasant Grove area. And this is actually a custom area they put on here for Fordham Tech Test Grounds. So if we click into it, there's nothing, we don't have to require or ask for this space, but it's good to know that there may be testing other drones in this area, so you just want to be extra careful. So I would highly recommend jumping on AirMap. There's a link in the description below. It's totally free to use. I really recommend them. I also use their app on my phone before I go out flying. And this is just another good way to stay safe and legal while flying and knowing what kind of areas you can and cannot fly in. So if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know and have fun flying.